Welcome once again to another fantastic session. This is Santu Sahu and you are watching Sahu's tutorial. I am conducting 1000 MCQ series for the upcoming UGC NET exam. This is the part 14 of that series, and in the previous 13 videos I have discussed 650 important questions along with explanation. And in this YouTube video I will be covering another 50 important questions along with explanation. And if you have time, please visit the playlist, that is 1000 MCQ series. You will get all the videos there. But before starting the session, I would like to request all of you, please do subscribe my channel Sahu's Tutorial and stay tuned with my channel. And do not forget to tap the bell icon to get more notification that I will upload in future. So let's get into the video with this question number 651. So here is your first question on your screen. Please do comment in the comment box. Who wrote the novel The Babbage? The Babbage. Your options are H.L. Mencken, Philip Wylie, Jack Conway, Sinclair Lewis. So here, and Sinclair Lewis has written the novel Babbitt, and Sinclair Lewis was the American writer, and he was the first American writer to receive the Nobel Prize in the year 1930. So he was the first writer of United States to receive the prestigious Nobel Prize in the year 1930. So Babbitt is a famous novel written by, it's a satirical novel by Sinclair Lewis. Sinclair Lewis has also written three other famous works of Sinclair Lewis are, first one is Main Street, okay, Main Street. Then second one is another one is that is you have that is Aerosmith, Aerosmith, and the third one is your Babbitt, and the fourth one is that it can't happen here, that it can't happen here. So these are four novels that were written by Sinclair Lewis, and he was the first writer of the United States to receive the Nobel Prize in the year 1930. And here, that is Babbitt is a satirical novel about the American culture and society that critiques the vacuity of middle class and the social pressure toward conformity. Okay, next question. Iliad and Odyssey, the epic poems written by Homer, were first translated into English by whom? So who first translated Homer's Iliad and Odyssey into English? George Chapman, John Dryden, John Keats, none of these. So here the right option is your George Chapman. George Chapman had translated Iliad and Odyssey for the first time into English. Move ahead to the next question. Comus, Paradise Lost, Lycidas, Samson Agonistes. So these are all famous works of Milton, and here are the genre. What kind of works are they? Pastoral elegy, masque, tragedy, epic. So you know that Comus is a masque, Paradise Lost is an epic, Lycidas is a pastoral elegy, whereas Samson Agonist is a tragedy from the Testament. So you know that Samson against his strength was in his hair. In the very opening of the poem, he is very humble and was saying to everyone that the strength is not his, rather it was given to him by the God. It was given to him by the God. Okay, let's look at here that Samson Agonistes is a closet drama, a tragic closet drama. That's why it's a tragedy by John Milton, and it appeared in the publication of Milton's Paradise Lost, Paradise Regained in 1671. So you know that Paradise Lost, Paradise Lost, Paradise Lost first edition was published in 1667 with 10 books. When the second edition it came with 12 books. 2 books were added there. But when did it came? It came in 1674. So in 1667 it came with 10 books, and in 1674 it came with 12 books. So he added there 2 books, and Paradise Regained was published in the year 1671 along with Samson Agonistes, which is a tragedy written by John Milton, and it draws on the story of Samson from the Old Testament. Okay, it starts with in media res, Samson has been captured by the Philistines, and they cut off their his strength, had his hair, the container of his strength. So they cut off that hair, and his eyes cut out. Samson is blind among enemies, worse than chains. Near the beginning of the play, Samson humbles himself before God by admitting that this power is not his own. God, when he gave me strength, so here God has given him the strength to show withal how slight the gift was, hung it in my hair. Okay, moving on to the next question. Dryden comments that affecting the metaphysics in love poems by the metaphysical poets each not natural, not poetic, not acceptable, witty but straight. So Dryden here has commented on Donne that Donne is affecting the metaphysics. So in that sense, okay, Dryden comments that the affecting the metaphysics in love poems by the metaphysical poets is not natural. It's not natural. It's not natural. So let's look at this explanation that John Dryden in his Discourse Concerning Satire, that was published in the year 1693, Discourse Concerning Satire, said that John Donne in his poetry affects the metaphysics. It is to say that Donne employs the terminology and abstruse arguments of the medieval scholarship philosophers. Next question. Which postmodernist novel has two endings? Same? No. White Noise? No. American Pastoral? No. The French Lieutenant's Women? So it is the French Lieutenant's Women. So it has three endings actually. It was added. It was John Paul's best work, that is the French Lieutenant's Women. Okay. Let's look at this explanation here. The French Lieutenant's Woman is a postmodernist modern historical fiction novel by John Pauls. The plot explores the fraught relationship of gentleman and amateur naturalist Charles Smithson and Sarah Woodruff, the former governess and the independent women with whom he falls in love. The novel builds of Pauls' authority in Victorian literature, both following and critiquing many of the conventions of that Victorian period. Next question. Which of the following was written by Rudyard Kipling? Rudyard Kipling keeps, the new machine, Kim, so it was Kim. Rudyard Kipling had written Kim, and Kim, so here, now next question here, that Karch. Karch is a villain figures in the following novel by Conrad. So which one was this? Lord Jim, no, the Heart of Darkness, no, the Secret Agent, no. So it was the Heart of Darkness. In the Heart of Darkness, the character that is Karch, a villain, appears. Okay. Now here, no, this is the explanation of that. Okay, that Kim. It was the Kim's explanation here. That the story that is Rudyard Kipling. So the story unfolds against the backdrop of the Great Game, the political conflict between Russia and Britain Central Asia. The novel popularized the phrase and the idea of Great Game. So in that novel, that is Scheme, you will see that the idea of Great Game was popularized. Great Game, the idea of Great Game was popularized in that novel, that is Scheme, written by Rudyard Kipling, and it unfolds against the backdrop of the Great Game. Okay, it's set after the Second Afghan War. But before the third, probably in the period of 1893 to 1898. The novel is notable for its detailed portrait of the people, culture, and religions of India. The book presents a vivid picture of India. At its teeming populations, religions, superstitions, and the life of the bazars and the road. So here the characters like Kim O'Hara. So Kim O'Hara, an orphan, who is an orphan, son of an Irish soldier. The protagonist of that novel is Kim, the titular character, who is mentioned as a poor white, the poorest of the poor. A poor white, the poorest of the poor is here Kim. And Teso Lama, who is a Tibetan Lama, the former abbot of the Sach Jain monastery in the western Himalayas on a spiritual journey. And here another character is Mahbub Ali, that is a famous Giljai Pashtun horse trader and spy for the British. So what we saw that there are three characters. One is Kim O'Hara, who is the protagonist of that novel, that is a titular character, who is an orphan son of an Irish soldier. The protagonist who is mentioned in the novel as referred as a poor white, the poorest of the poor. Whereas Teso Lama, a Tibetan Lama, a former about the Sach Jain monastery in the western Himalayas on a spiritual journey, was trying to get the enlightenment. And Mahbub Ali, a famous Giljai Pashtun horse trader and spy for the British. So these are famous characters of the novel Kim that was written by Rudyard Kipling. Okay, move to the next question. What did the Raphaelites aim at? Showing interest in medievalism. Yes, they were showing interest in medievalism. Pictorial realism with symbolic overtones. Very true. Union of flesh and the spirit. Yeah, they are also called fleshly school of poetry. So union of flesh and the spirit. These are all. So all of these here. So it is. Look at here. The Pre-Raphaelite Brotherhood or Pre-Raphaelites was a group of English painters, poets, and architects founded in 1848. So this was in the Victorian era by William Holman Hunt, John Everett, Dan the Gabriel Rossetti, William Michael Rossetti, James Collison, Frederick George Stephens, Thomas Woolner. So who formed a seven-member brotherhood modeled in the part on the Nazarene movement. So the group continued to accept the concepts of history painting and the mimesis, that is the imitation of nature, as central to the purpose of art. And the Pre-Raphaelites defined themselves as a reform movement, created a distinct name for their form of art, and published a periodical, that is the Jam. So the Jam periodical is is associated with the Pre-Raphaelite Brotherhood. And the Brotherhood's early doctrines, as defined by William Michael Rossetti, were expressed in four declarations: that to have genuine ideas to express, so they are going to genuine ideas to express, to study nature attentively and so as to know how to express them. Number two. Number three is to sympathize with what is direct and serious and heartfelt in previous art, and to the exclusion of what is conventional and self-parodying and learned by rote, and most indispensable of all, to produce thoroughly good pictures and statues. And actually they were influenced by the Romanticism. The members thought freedom and responsibility were inseparable, and nevertheless they were particularly fascinated by medieval culture, believing it to possess a spiritual and creative integrity that had been lost in the later eras. Next question. Hardy believed in the philosophy of fate as character, free will, immanent will, character as fate. So Hardy believed in the philosophy of free will. So B is the right answer over here. Okay, my master Spencer who told, Dryden, Cowley, James Thompson. It is James Thompson who told that my master Spencer. Name the story that Chaucer told during the pilgrimage. So it was the tale of Melimus. The tale of Melimus was told by Chaucer. Fairy Queen was modeled after Homer's Odyssey, Aristotle's Orlando Furioso, Virgil's Aeneid. So it was Aristotle's Orlando Furioso was the right answer. So B is the right answer here. Next question. The total number of pilgrims in the Canterbury Tales. So there were 29 pilgrims and one narrator. 29 pilgrims were there. One narrator. Okay, next question. What could the tragic flaw in Hamlet? Tragic flaw in Hamlet, that is noble in action, Oedipus complex, vaulting ambitious. No, it was noble in action was the tragic flaw in Hamlet. Ralph Royster Doyster, you have to match the works: Spanish tragedy, Old Wives' Tale, Edward II. Okay, Christopher Marlowe, George Peele, Nicholas Udall, Thomas Keat. So here Edward II, you know the famous work by Christopher Marlowe. Then you have Thomas Keats, the Spanish tragedy, Nicholas Udall's, that is Ralph Royster Doyster, and George Peele, that is the Old Wives' Tale. Okay. Now, next question. In which of which works Blake is now denouncing the subordination of the women? So here songs are experienced. No, the book of Elysium. No, he didn't denounce. Yes, he has denounced visions of the daughters of Albion. So in this work here, Blake is denouncing the subordination of women. Next question. There is no such thing as free speech. There is no such thing as free speech, and it is a good thing too. Is an essay written by Norman Holland, Stanley Fish, Wolfgang Geyer, and you have Rolla Barthes. So it was written by actually Stanley Fish. All actually reader response critic. And another one was that Hans Robert Joss. Was 5 people were there. Hans Robert Hans Robert Joss. Okay, so these 5 people are related to this written responsibility that is Norman Holland, Stanley Fish, Wolfgang Either, and Roberts and Hans Robert Joss. Okay, but there is no such thing as free speech, and it is a good thing to was written by Stanley Fish. Muriel Sparks' novel, that is Memento Mori, that you must die. It's about survivors of disaster, old people, orphan children, the working class women. That it is about old people. That Memento Mori, that you must die. Remember that you must die. Thomas Middleton's A Game of Chess is a political satire which is set at Spain, France, Italy, England. So it is England. Thomas Middleton's A Game of Chess setting each in England. Which among the following was written by Edmund Burke? Rights of Man, The Wrongs of Women, Reflections on the Revolution in France. Reflection on the Revolution in France. Shelley's Defense of Poetry was written in response to Thomas Love Peacock. Was written in response to The Four Ages of Poetry of Thomas Love Peacock. So it is the right answer here. So Shelley has written the Defense of Poetry. It was written in response to The Four Ages of Poetry by Thomas Love Peacock. Next question, parole. Parole is the performance, the actual speech. It is the actual speech. Okay, parole is the performance, the actual speech. What do the other words? What are the words on the golden brooch owned by the priorish mean in Chaucer's prologue? That is Amor Vinci Domina. That is love conquers all. The Tame of the Hogarth Press was a hobby and printing rather than publishing. A hobby of printing rather than publishing. Who started this press? It was Leonardo the Woolf and Virginia Woolf. So here, Virginia Woolf is the right answer. Next question. In film studies, Christian Mates is associated with here screen theory. So here, in film studies, Christian Mates is associated with screen theory. Here, look at the explanation. Christian Mates was a French film theorist best known for pioneering film semiotics, the application of theory signification to cinema. During the 1970s, his work had a major impact on film theory in France, Britain, Latin America, and the United States. In 1664, he published the article that is Cinema, Language, and Parole. Cinema, Language, and Parole. Other important works are essays on the scientific signification of cinema, language and cinema, semiotic essays, the imaginary signifier, psychoanalysis, and the cinema. In film language and semiotic of cinema, Mates focuses on narrative structure, proposing the grand syntagmatic system for categorizing scenes known as syntagm in films. So grand syntagmatic was proposed by whom? Was proposed by, that is, Christian Mates in his book that is film language as semiotics of cinema. So he was a French film theorist who was pioneering film semiotics, the application of theory signification of the cinema. And in 1964, he published the article that is Cinema, Language, or Parole. Other famous works are essays on the signification of cinema, language and cinema, semiotic essays, the imaginary signifier, psychoanalysis, and the cinema. And in film language, semiotics of cinema, where he was proposing grand syntagmatic system for categorizing scenes known as syntax in films. Next question, in silent method, that is Caliph. In silent method, a teacher does not facilitate. Okay. So, in silent method, the teacher does not facilitate one of the following: expression of students' perceptions, forcing their awareness, providing exercise to ensure their felicity, total dependence on the teacher. So it had no dependence on teacher. There is no teacher. So here, so they allow the students to study. Okay, so these are all which does not facilitate. So does not facilitate here, total dependence on the teacher. So in silent way, it's Caliph Gatigno, in the language teaching approach, makes extensive use of the silence as a teaching method. Gatigno introduced the method in 1963 book, in his book, that the teaching foreign language in schools, the silent way. So who wrote this? Caliph Gatigno. Caliph Gatigno. Okay. So here, which is not an appropriate way to relate oneself with research. Research as a means of knowledge production. Yes, research is a means of knowledge production. Research is a means of problem solving. Yes, research as only as a means of getting PhD degree. No. It is not only a means of getting PhD degree. Research as forwarding a hypothesis. Yes. One of the following is not a goal of the teacher to who use desuggestopedia. So it is actually a combination of suggestion and pedagogy. That is desuggestopedia. It is also sometimes it is also known as suggestopedia, emphasizing vocabulary, which is not emphasizing grammar, emphasizing speaking and communication, emphasizing parasentences. So here emphasizing grammar is not there. So here only 3 is the right answer. It does emphasize the vocabulary, it does emphasize speaking and communication skills, and emphasizes paraconscious mind, but it does not emphasize their grammar. So which is not the goal of teachers, here only 3 is the right answer. And you look at here, the Suggestopedia, a portmanteau of suggestion and pedagogy, is a teaching method is used to learn foreign language, developed by the Bulgarian psychiatrist Georgi Lozanov. It is also known as Desuggestopedia. Suggestopedia asserts that the physical surroundings and the atmosphere of a classroom are vital factors in making sure that students feel comfortable and confident. It also promotes various techniques including arts and music in teaching language. The pedagogy of Suggestopedia consists of 3 pages. One is deciphering, understanding, consultation, and elaboration. Okay. And Suggestopedia for teachers asserts that teachers should not act in a directive way. For example, teachers should act as a partners to their students, participating in activities such as games and songs naturally and genuinely. Lozanov asserts that teachers should be versed in the communication in the spirit of love, respect for man as a human being, the specific humanitarian way of applying their techniques. And the Suggestopedia pedagogy for adult learners includes long sessions without movement and other techniques that Lozanov claims are effective for adults. Children have brains that are more delicate than those of adults, and another approach should be applied to children. Suggestopedia lessons for children are sought in order to keep children away from the negative pedagogical suggestion on society. Next question. The rest is silence. These violent delights have violent ends. If music with the food of love play on, ripeness is on. So here, the rest is silence. It's from your Hamlet. And ripeness is all is from King Lear. If music be the food of love and play on, Twelfth Night. These violent delights have violent ends. It is from Romeo and Juliet. Next question. Which play by Ben Jonson begins the prologue admonishing the audience? It is Bartholomew Fair. Next question. The Shock Doctrine by Naomi Klein. The struggles of feminism against religious evils of modern medicine, neoliberalism attacks on African American women. It is about neoliberalism. The Shock Doctrine by Naomi Klein, and its subtitle is The Rise of Disaster Capitalism. The Shock Doctrine, 2007 book by Naomi Klein. In the book, Klein argues that neoliberal free market policies have risen to prominence in some developed countries because of the deliberate strategy of shock therapy. This centers on the exploitation of national crisis to establish controversial and questionable policies. Okay. And yonder all before us lie deserts of vast eternity. These lines appear into which coy mistress and marvel. Next question. Which critic is known for his work on the Western canon? It is Harold Bloom. Map of misreading, the anxiety of influence, the Western canon. The Western canon, the books in the School of Ages, is a 1994 book about Western literature by the American literary critic Harold Bloom, in which the author defends the concept of the Western canon by discussing 26 writers whom he sees as central to the canon, the Western canon. The first Labour government was published in 1920. It was formed in 1924. Next question. The Wasteland is a cross-word puzzle of synthetic literary chronology and a spurious verbal algebra. So it was told by Wyndham Lewis in his work. This is that Wyndham Lewis asserts that in his work Man Without Art, the poem is a cross. That is your Wasteland is a cross-word puzzle of synthetic literary chronology of spurious verbal algebra. So it is Wyndham Lewis states in his work Man Without Art. The new critics believe in view autonomy later very true psychological approach. No. So it is the autonomy, the self-contained. Text is autotelic, text is self-contained. The autonomy of you have to read the text very closely. In order to understand any text, okay, you don't need to think about the biography or the contextual thing. Okay, so here the text is very important. Close reading is very important. Autonomy or autotelic, or it is self-content text is. So these are the views of new critics. Next question: the archetypal critics approach is associated with North of Fried, Canadian North of Fried. Next question: Sedgwick's epistemology of the closet is a seminal work on gay and lesbian criticism. Next question: Dryden's The Medal is a past personal satire. James Charles, the first Shaftesbury Tory. It was Shaftesbury. The Medal is a satire on Earl of Shaftesbury. Next question: The rape of the log includes epic qualities, supernatural masonry, self masonry, boys on the boats where they were going, heroic battle between the sexes. Yeah, all the above. Next question: Shelley's Ode to the West Wind describe. In the West Wind, you will find the destructive as well as the constructive. So Shelley has presented Ode to the West Wind as destructive force as well as a constructive force, and described the West Wind as a force of nature. So it is a force of nature. Next question: Restoration playwrights were known for the adaptation of the Elizabethan plays. Who was playwright that provided a happy ending to King Lear? It was Nahum Tate. Next question: Justice was done under the presidents of the immortal by, that is, D.S. Lawrence in his work, that is Tales of the Dear Phyllis, and its subtitle is A Pure Woman. A Pure Woman. A Pure Woman is the subtitle of this work, Tales of the Dear Phyllis. Next question: Who is known as Plowman Poet? Robert Burns. Robert Burns is known as Plowman Poet. Next question: Dickens' The Tale of the Story has an influence. Dickens' The Tale of Two Cities has an influence of Carroll's, that is the French Revolution. So one is the A is the right answer here. Next question: Blake's Songs of Innocence is about the joys of childhood, natural and protected world. Very true. Pastoral world, yeah. So A and B is the right answer here. Next question: Art then is becoming. Very important question. Art then is the becoming and happening of truth. Art then is the becoming and happening of truth. Name the philosopher who gave this. Henry Bergson, Martin Heidegger, Edmund Husserl, Immanuel Kant. So it was Martin Heidegger has given this. Okay, Martin Heidegger has given this. Has told this, that art then is the becoming and happening of truth in his work, that is the origin of the work of art. Martin Heidegger gave the definition that art then is the becoming and happening of truth. Heidegger was a German. Heidegger is a German philosopher. He gave this definition in the origin of the work of art in 1950. Who is the first that spoke nature as a red in tooth? Red in tooth and claw, which means the nature is no longer kindly. This is the darker aspects of the nature was portrayed by whom? It was Tennyson in his poem, that is In Memoriam, in chapter 56. In chapter 56 of In Memoriam, Lord Alfred Tennyson has told this, mentioned this. Okay, you have to match the correct chronological sequence of Franz Fanon's work, American Revolution, a Dynamic Colonialism, The Wretched of the Art, Black Skin, White Marks was published in 1952. So it was published in 1952, and 1961 probably, that is Wretched of the Earth, 1961. So 1952, that is, we have here the Black Skin, the first one that was published in the year, first work was Black Skin, White Marks, so that was published in the year 1952. So here B is the right answer. So let's wind up with this question number 700. The character Mrs. Malaprop was created by Richard Sheridan in the novel The Rivals. So thank you once again for watching the video, and do not forget to subscribe my channel SAHOO'S Tutorial. Stay tuned with my channel and tap the bell icon to get more notification regarding the video that I will upload in future. So thank you.